Donald Trump and brand new EPA Secretary Scott Pruitt are rolling back more climate change regulations. Their latest one is the Obama Clean Power Plan. And, we all, well, at least if you're watching this, you're probably in agreement with me. And if you're not, be a hater. That's okay. But this is under the pretext that we are saving 75,000 coal jobs, which personally I think is inflated. Generally speaking, when Donald Trump talks numbers, he's probably talking like the size of his dick. It's this big. But, ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen the size of his hands. Donnie Tiny Hands, ladies and gentlemen, our President of the United States. But these 75,000 coal jobs, let's just give it to him and say these are 75,000 coal jobs. Okay, great. There are over 650,000 renewable energy jobs that are being employed right now and could be infinitely more in the future. But we're avoiding that because what? Donald Trump wants to keep his bullshit promise? Let me tell you something, honey. It would be a hell of a lot better, and I think that coal workers would appreciate it too, if they got the good pay, and they still got to keep their health care, which is what this is all about. I am pretty sure that a coal miner does not enjoy getting black lung. He does not like going into these dangerous places. The canary in the coal mine is the canary. They don't want to be that person anymore. They would much rather have a better job that paid him the same and gave him good health care. They were able to take care of their families. Ultimately, that's the goal. And right now, all they have, the only thing available to them that's going to pay them the money that they need is this coal job. It would be a lot better if they actually had other jobs that could pay the same and take care of their families the same way and just be safer all around. I mean, there's wind, wave technology, solar power. I would think that the wind up there with the mountains, that's just me spitballing here. I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything about it, but I'm pretty sure that they would rather work on doing stuff like that. More sustainable. Not just taking care of their family, also taking care of their planet. They got to live there too. I'm sure they don't enjoy blowing off the tops of mountains because that's more cost effective these days. What they do is they strategically place sticks of dynamite in mountains and blow the caps off because it's too expensive for them to just start drilling in. They have technology. These days, what they can do is they can look through a mountain and see the vein of coal and where to go get it. So it is more cost effective for them to just blow up the mountain than it is for them to send them down these holes. And it's way more cost effective these days to do fracking, which personally I think is just as bad, if not worse, for the environment. But for the company, it doesn't really matter. They don't really care about the public safety. What they care about is saving money and making money. And they love to make money. They know that their coal industry is dying. So they're just trying to suck out every last little bit. Your environment and your health be damned. They just want that last little bit. They could be making so much more money elsewhere. That's why the price of oil is so low right now. Because we have too much. We've glutted ourselves with it. We don't need this XL pipeline. Of course we don't. That's why they're pumping it down from Canada, this shitty tar sand. They're pumping it all the way down to Mexico. They're refining it in Mexico. Costs more money to refine it because it's a piss poor quality oil. And then where's it going? Is it coming back to us? No. We're not stockpiling this shit. They're selling it to China. So it's a private company in Canada is selling it to a private company in America using a private company's pipeline to be privately funded to refine it and then sell it to a foreign government. America is not getting shit out of it. These pipelines are already built, so they're saying that we're going to have pipeline jobs. Those pipeline jobs are already built. What about the truck drivers that used to take the oil from here to there? Those people are out of jobs. So this whole jobs notion on these non-sustainable energy sources, the jobs aren't even sustainable. This is where we have a problem. And now we've basically done China a favor by hanging up our clean energy spurs we've basically allowed China to take the lead in renewable energy. And they have to. They're at a point where they have to. They're walking around with those masks, and I'm sure that some of you have probably seen that video where the cloud of smog, this gray cloud just comes in every day and just takes over the city. It's disturbing. So they know that they have a problem, and they're really efforting it. Whereas we just saw, oh, that's not really happening. We're going to bury our head in the sand. And now we have a leader now that says that, oh, it's a hoax. A hoax. What is the hoax? In the hoax that what? The Chinese want us to get off of the coal and oil tit? That sounds good to me. They want us to get involved in a $1 trillion renewable energy industry? That sounds fantastic. So what is the hoax you speak of? What good would it do if the Chinese were actually trying to fool us into giving up coal and oil? If that was the case, which is the biggest bunch of bullshit I think I've ever heard, but if that's the case, then yeah, let's go with that. I'm thinking yeah. We have 195 nations that signed on to the Paris Climate Accords, including us. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the future holds, but knowing Trump the way that we do, my guess is that either he's going to go in there all blowhard and not know what the hell he's doing and screw shit up, or he's just going to say, you know what, I'm not going. We don't believe in it anymore. We have Scott Pruitt, and he says, you know, there's no such thing. We need to get rid of the EPA. The guy is running the EPA, but wants to destroy the EPA. How can you get into government and then want to destroy the branch of government that you're running? It makes no sense. It's counterintuitive. Unless your whole idea is to make that branch of government fail. If that's the plan, then okay, Scott Pruitt, you're succeeding. He sued the EPA 14 times. 14 times. He transposed legislation that was written by an energy company. They said, Scott Pruitt, we are paying your way, you know, for your political career. Here's all of this money. Have fun. But we're going to write the legislation. And Scott goes, okay. So they write out this legislation. He takes it. He puts it on his own letterhead. And then he sends it to Congress and says, this is the way it's going to be. Did you write it? No. I think it was, Devon Petroleum. I believe it was Devon Petroleum. Jesus Christ, man. This is the system we have. This is the man who is working for the oil company telling you that you don't need safety. Meanwhile, we have melting ice caps. We have floods and droughts, which is amazing that it works that way. We have more wildfires than ever. Eventually, Mar-a-Lago is going to be an underwater tourist attraction. I would love to see Donald Trump's hair underwater. I wonder if it would look like a muskrat or in the waves. It would be funny, I'm sure. And then we also have the Pentagon, who's basically saying, this is the world's biggest threat. They're raising their docks because they know it's coming. They're telling your political representatives that it's coming, but they know that there's more money to be made in climate denial. 1,800 climate scientists say it's coming, and it's coming faster than we ever thought. Those 2 degrees Celsius, we're at 1.5 degrees. Once it gets past that, then it's the point of no return. The melting caps will become exponential. They will not be able to stop the flooding. Can we really afford 4 years of denial? We're barely taking baby steps at this point. We need to be taking giant leaps to be saving our future. Even former Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, and worked for the Pentagon, he called it a threat multiplier. And this is his, and I'll end it with this. I think this is interesting. This is his equation. More extreme weather equals less food and water. More drought, less water. When you have less food and water, you have more immigration, more refugees, more displaced people. When you have more displaced people, you have political turmoil, you have chaos, you have war. Just prime example. India, going through a major drought right now. They are on the border with their mortal enemy, the Pakistanis. They hate each other. I mean, you think that people from the south hate the people from the north and vice versa? Not even close. These guys want to slit each other's throats like there's no tomorrow. They hate each other. But meanwhile, India is going through a major drought. What are they going to do? They're going to have to migrate to where there's water. And you're going to have two people that hate each other with nuclear weapons pushing in on each other trying to get the last of the water. What do you think is going to happen? I can't emphasize this enough. We don't have time to waste with this hair helmet, and we don't have time to waste with Scott Pruitt denying it. This is happening. This is real. Climate change is the most important thing in our future, and if we don't pay attention to it now, it's going to be too late. Hey, this is Antoinette from Transistor Rodeo. If you like what you saw here, please subscribe for more videos and content, and you can follow me on Twitter at Transistor Rodeo.